I'm Christopher Jans. Welcome on the FN booth, by the way. I work at FN in the marketing department, taking care of our efforts or focus on the law enforcement business. Many people know us for our machine guns or assault rifles with the military approach, but since many years we also have a full product range, full solutions range for law enforcement and security. And that includes anything from handguns, firearms, over assault rifles, for example, as well as less lethal solutions. So here we have different solutions groups that we offer to different types of users. And in, for example, law enforcement organizations, you have like the police that is close by, like in the local police that is close to the people. We also have solutions for crowd control, where efforts are being done to keep order in public situations that could turn violent without adequate solutions, as well as special forces that need very specific equipment for a whole array of different types of operations. We refer to it as less lethal weapons and launchers. We have in this category the FN 303, and I can invite you to go and have a look on the booth for that product. What we would like to show you is the FN 303 less lethal solution. It's a very compact, less lethal launcher working with compressed air. So it's not a pyrotechnical solution, it's not a firearm. And the effect that we are looking for is the effect of kinetic energy. 33 joules, that is more or less 4 times paintball. So it's an effect on target that will change probably the behavior and can stop somebody from being aggressive towards himself, towards others like first responders or law enforcement. Different projectiles can be used. All of them have an impact on the target, but you can also have like a marking paint like this one, which is washable. We have non-washable paint as well as PAVA. So impact on target, like being hit with a baton, but in addition to that still have an effect on, for example, respiration and sight due to the chemical pepper. First of all, the FN 303 is a very safe device with a very appropriate level of energy. It's also very conventional build, conventional architecture. So somebody who is used to training with a firearm, working with a firearm, will very easily be able to use the FN 303 safely. Training can be provided by FN Herstal, of course, where we will insist on a safe use of the launcher. And that includes, for example, never shooting at the head. And with the FN 303, the whole body can be a target area to get this effect on target. Why don't shoot the head? Of course, there's always a risk with any pressure in the area of the eyes, temples, neck. And to further reduce any risk to almost a zero level, we have developed some electronic device, the FN Smart Protector, which I would like to present to you as well. So the FN 303 on itself is a very safe device. On distances from 0 to 50, even 70 meters, it's very accurate and has the right level of energy. But in addition to the standard FN 303, we have also developed the FN Smart Protector, which is an electronic device that is based on a full system of a camera with algorithms that will help the camera to detect when there is a face in the line of sight. So when there's a face in the line of sight, we will have a visual warning towards the users that there is a potential danger and a mechanical blocking of the system itself. So as soon as you remove the manual safety, the device will be on, ready for use. The camera is filming and will provide images for after-action review, for example. Now, when I aim at our mannequin over there, as long as I'm not aiming at the head, there is a green light visible here, and I can pull the trigger, so the launcher is fully functional. But as soon as I'm with my red dot sight on the face of the thread, it will make an audible signal as well as a red light visible through my line of sight. The click you hear is the mechanical blocking of the trigger mechanism that will make it impossible to launch a shot. So today we are at the FN Herstal booth. FN Herstal is for military and law enforcement, but we are part of the bigger FN Browning group. Browning is known for its hunting and sports shooting activities, including Browning shotguns, Winchester shotguns, and what we present here is another product of our FN Browning group, which is the SX4 12-gauge shotgun, as well as the SXP, the 12-gauge pump-action shotgun. They are very appropriate versions that can be used for law enforcement and military personnel. Pump action, for example, would be ideal for door breaching or other activities, whereas the very rapidly cycling SX4 shotgun can be used effectively against smaller drones at distances of about 50 to 70 meters. So the semi-automatic shotgun SX4 is lightweight, it's compact, it's very simple in use, and it provides an effective tool, an effective solution to a soldier or a law enforcement officer as a last resort reaction to nearby flying drones. With 12-gauge cartridges available everywhere, it's a very universal tool. So the SX4 is the most rapidly cycling shotgun in the world, and we have magazine tubes underneath the barrel here that can have 4+1 cartridge up to 9 or even more. So it provides a high number of rounds, so you can effectively shoot flying drones. So this, for example, SX4, as I said, is part of the Winchester range. We have offices Winchester, Browning that are very close to each other. We have a shared R&D platform. So there's already a good interaction between the both entities of the FN Browning group. And we also use our network of experts, of user experts that we know since many years and that are happy to share their knowledge, their experience with us as an industrial partner in order for us to provide more built-to-measure solutions like bespoke versions for law enforcement and military. And we will soon come with, for example, a variant of this basic platform, but with a bit more law enforcement and military features. FN Herstal, since about 20 years, makes the FN SCAR rifle family. Initially designed for special forces of a military type, but of course that kind of products, that kind of solutions can perfectly serve highly demanding law enforcement units. So here are two versions of the FN SCAR SC. SC stands for subcompact, and it's a multi-caliber platform. This version here is in 5.56 caliber with the shortest possible barrel, 7.5 inch, and here it's an other version in .300 blackout equipped with a sound suppressor. Of course, a sound suppressor adds a bit of weight in front of the weapon, also some length, so it's important to have a very compact platform at the start. Standard on the FN SCAR SC is the cocking handle that can be put on either side of the weapon for left hand or right hand use. You could even have one on either side at the same time, simultaneously. And a particularity of this is that when you are shooting the weapon, it is not moving back and forth with your bolt carrier. This option is available as well for the FN SCAR L and H and the designated marksman rifle, the HPR. Since many decades, FN Herstal is known for its metallic cartridge ammunition, and we set international standards in about every small caliber ammunition type, from 5.56 to the 50 cal, for example. It's our design that has become the NATO standard. First of all, there is a very high need for all type of ammunition, and we increased our own production capacity on our sites in Belgium, but we also integrated the SOFISPORT ammunition group into our range, and they are specialists in like shotgun rounds, for example, which brings in a new know-how, an experience and an industrial capacity into our group. So we now have several production sites in Belgium, but in France as well. In the SOFISPORT range are already a few solutions for less lethal and military use, and we are of course aware of the synergies that are possible between their range and ours. And our customers will definitely see in the near future some new solutions that will come into our range, for example in the anti-drone application.
My name is Dominique Autier, and I'm working with FN Herstal as a business development and sales manager. My clients are mostly OEMs. And at Milipol, we display one member of the Defender remotely operated weapon station family, which is the Defender medium behind me, equipped with a MAG 762. There is another member of the Defender family, which is the Defender Light. As you can see on the picture on the wall, the Defender Light presents the advantage of integrating lighter machine guns. And in France, we equip the gendarmerie with 92 of those systems. It's an observation device. It's equipped with a camera day and night, which gives advantages, of course, in the fight against terrorism in build-up areas. It's being operated from within the vehicle, so the operator is not exposed to the threat, and it's very accurate. So using the Defender will decrease greatly the risk of collateral damages. Connected, for example, with other sensors, we could engage UAVs or other type of robots with high accuracy.